Good morning, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And yesterday, Scott and I went and we did just a little bit of thrifting. We went to two Goodwills and the Goodwill bins. So the first place we went was the regular Goodwill retail that's right next to the bins. And the only thing I bought was this little plastic basket for 99 cents. This is broken, but I'm just going to store some vintage crochet magazines that are small in it. I'll show you. Digest crochet. These little, I was just going to use this for them. Might have to do it this way. But that just gives me a little something to store those in. For 99 cents. Can't beat that. I would store them the other way, but the taller books don't want to go in. Let me see. Yeah, I've got some that are taller than the others. Those should fit in there like that, and then these can go in the other way. So there's Hooked on Crochet and Crochet Digest. And I just thought that was a good way to store those. Then we went in the bins. Oh, excuse me, something's making my nose itch. And again, we spent $1.90. It's so weird to go in there and just spend $1.90 2 times in a row. So good morning, Marty. Good morning, Mina. Good morning, Leah. And this is Tiggy Wiggy. You see Tiggy Wiggy? He's one of the neighbor's kittens from last year, and he just shows up and stares at me through the window. Don't you, Tiggy Wiggy? I don't know what his real name is. We just call him Tiggy Wiggy. It's like I'm being stalked. Look at that. I mean, look at this face. What are you doing? Why are you staring at me? Stalker. Anyway, let me show you what I got at the bins for $1.90. Apparently, somebody was cleaning out their quilting leftovers. I'll show you the pieces of fabric first. This is kind of a red, white, and blue speckle, and it looks like okay, it goes this way. It's like a little over a half a yard, but that would make a nice bag lining, and that's my idea for this fabric. So there's that one, and then the other piece of fabric I found. Oh, 2 pieces. Whoops. This one's got, it looks like little berries or something on it with leaves. And this one's probably, it's got some paint or something on it. The larger pieces of fabric I am going to wash. I'll serge the edge and throw them in the washer. I'm not sure that's going to come out because it looks like purple paint. But I think this is a yard. Maybe a little more than a yard. Yep, Becky found more fabric. And this whole bag was only $1.90. Granted, you find this stuff a little bit at a time. And then this is a lot of fabric. This is enough to do a project dress a girl dress in. It's like 2 yards of fabric. And I thought this fabric and this fabric could be made into a couple dresses where the yoke is like this fabric and the skirt is this. So I can play around with it. It doesn't really go with the red, white, and blue speckle that I had, but these will get pre-washed because they've been tumbling around in those bins. Now, this other stuff I cannot pre-wash. It will just have to be washed after it's on a project. And this is some pre-folded quilt binding here. And it had the pin on it, and it's all in a nice little roll. So there's one like that. There's this neat stripe here. And then some green with white polka dots. And it's probably bias cut, because that's what you really want. When you're doing binding, you want to cut it on the bias so that if there's a problem with it, it'll be just in a short section. If you do just straight cuts and fold it over, if there's a problem, it will expand faster than it will on a bias cut. Just a FYI. And then there's this cream kind of taupey color here. So that's just a little bit of binding. And then I found some patches. And I'm going to sew these together and make tote bags from them. So I'll just show you the different patches that I found. There's that one. And I found one scrap that had a piece of paper that said duplicates, or yeah, duplicates. Okay, there's a whole stack like this with this brown. So what I'll do is I'll lay them out and I'll mix these browns in so they're spread out amongst all the prints. Now, some of the pieces are already sewn together into twos. So those are already started to sew together. And it looks like they have a light and a dark. So you could take these and do 4 patches with them already. Like this. So those will get sewed into 4 patches to get me started. I might just do 4 patches and then put them together. Here's some more that are done up, 2 patches together. Nope, this one's 4, already 4 together. So if I did 2 blocks, I could stack them on these. This looks like it was going to be part of like a border, but all of the prints were very pretty. So I don't know, somebody gave up on their quilt project or they made the quilt and these are extras is what I'm thinking. Here's another 2 sewed together. I love this fabric. I wish I knew what that was. That is just so pretty. Yep, $1.90 for all of this. And then here's this one is pretty. They're a little sheer, but if you put them in a patchwork project, you know, you got the batting and the all. Look at this one. Oh, that's an individual. This one's real pretty too. I just couldn't leave them getting tossed around in the bins. I did find an entire quilt top, but I left it. Kind of kicking myself for not saving it, but oh, the printer is doing its clean on its own. That's what that tap, tap, tap sound in the background is. I just wanted to share these patches because they're so pretty. Now this is a little bit narrower than the others. But you could piece a bunch together and then just sew this on one side to give you some different looks. I bet this is left over from a baby quilt because here's another narrow strip. So it's got all those pretty in it. There might be enough to do a tote bag or a small pencil bag or something. Look at this one with this funny bear on it. That is so cute. So I might keep the little narrow pieces separate and make a separate bag with those. Well, you know, when I was picking them up, I didn't even realize that some were different. I love the baby animals. Look at that. Aren't those cute? It's a little blue square. Some more narrow pieces. A dainty little flower. Oh, this is cool. Some of these fabrics have to be really old. Look at this one. Isn't that cute? Cole has, now I've had that fabric before. That came from Joann's. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Angie. Back to the big pieces. Now here's some of that speckled that I started with that I have the great big piece of the red, white, and cream and blue. And so I got several of those. I'm just going to move those out the way. And then here's a few of these purple ones. Got quite a few of those. The purple leaves. But I just started snatching them up. Oh, and some more of that I really like with the stars and the sun and the moons. And then there's several of these red ones again. So that's what I got at the bins. So I've got some piecing to do. And I could use this binding that I've got that's all pinned together. I could use it on tote bags too and edge the top of them so they'd look real patchwork like. So that was the bins. Then Scott wanted to go to Home Depot, and on the way we passed another Goodwill. So we stopped and I spent $5.97. And I got yarn. These were $1.99 a skein. So I got, I think, 2 in Royal and 2 in light periwinkle. I think they're both light periwinkle. Yes. I need to put that in the checkbook. And I got a white one. And then I got this multicolored one. So there was some Windtuck yarn that's really old. That's like 1970s. But it's real scratchy. I mean, Red Heart is scratchy to me. I don't particularly love it, but when I can get it for $2 a skein, I pick it up. So that was what we bought thrifting this weekend. And we did that yesterday because I told Scott I wanted to get out of the house for just a little while. And that's that. More yarn. I need to make some Afghans and sell them, I think. And use this yarn up and make a little money to help out around the house here. Let's see. Angie says she's back to crafting. Hi, Roy. And I said hi to Brenda. Yeah. One of the little cat's siblings just went through, and they're all intact males, so they're wanting to fight now. So Tiggy's at least not glaring at me. Uh-oh. There goes Cole. See Cole? You see just his little white feet? I'll show you my envelopes. Maybe. I've done something with them. What did I do with them? Did anybody else do some of the magic art is magic or something like that classes this weekend? I did some of those too. It was a free weekend. And every time I tried to work on them, somebody wanted something. So I think they're good through today. Oh, there they are. There's that one. I shifted things. I have not clear coated this one. That's what's going on. There they are. They're inside this. All right. And I saved one to paint with you guys. So that one's over there. So that Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to paint something on one. But this one's got a bumblebee's head here. And I went through and I put some tiny messages that says everything has beauty on this one. And what I do is I clear coat, and I watched Dee Dee put clear coat on, and she just spreads it with her finger and she gets a beautiful finish. So that's what I did on all my envelopes. These are all ready. They could go in the mail. This one says, throw kindness around like confetti. And you can see it. I put a matte finish on these, but it's still a little shiny. And I'll put back here, because the paint, you know, moistens the adhesive even from the wrong side. I'll put double-sided tape to close it. So there's that one. And then there's this one. And I put on the back of mine, it says decorated by Aunt Beck's Creations. And then I signed and dated it on one of these back flaps. This one I think got buried, but it was signed and dated. This one says live, create, tell the story. And this one, I added a gnome with wearing cool sunglasses with glitter on his eyes, but the matte finish kind of dulled that a little bit. And he says, you are capable of becoming more than you realize. And then this one, I put a girl on there, and I didn't think she was sticking out far enough, so I put some Stabilo All, and then I went over the Stabilo All here and there with a white pen just to make her hat and her collar pop a little bit. And it says celebrate life. And there's the back. I put decorated by Aunt Beck's Creations, and see on the flaps, I signed it and dated it. And then this is the one we'll work on Wednesday. So it's still open, so I can lay it flat to work on it. So that's what we'll do Wednesday, is paint something on the corner and add a saying. And then I'll throw some clear coat on it. And before Wednesday, I'll clear coat this one and have it dry. But I'll show you what I did with the art is, I think it was called Art is Magic, but I did 4 of them, but one of them I didn't actually do the project. I just watched the videos. So let me show you guys. I had to put some of the stuff in a box because the cats won't leave it alone. And I don't have the artist name that did the class on each one. But one said, just get a stack of a variety of papers and do intuitive faces. So I'll show those to you guys. You just do these really fast. And you use a bunch of different paper, and you keep them quirky because that's the point. And these would be used in a journal. These are just fun, quirky. And I did a whole huge stack of them, so bear with me. That's on painty paper. And that was the one thing I haven't done yet, is the gel printing. I might do that today and do like 6 to 10 sheets of gel printing. She was having us do it so it looked like granite. So I need to do that project. There's one class I want to go and watch the videos for, and it's on mandalas. And I think it's going through today because of all the different time zones and stuff, to make sure everybody can do as many of the classes as they want. And it's another one of those, you can sign up for the year-long classes. And I wish I could do that, but I can't. I can do the free stuff. But these faces were fun. And I just used a Stabilo All and then hit it with a water brush. And then went back in on some of them and added watercolor, or colored pencil, I mean. Yeah, colored pencil. And she said, don't worry if your page is all just tear up some paper. Don't make it perfect squares. That's the whole object, was to use what you have. This one's kind of dark because it's on a printed image. She said, make your heads different sizes. That one's really dark. You can hardly see the face. So that was my faces that I did. And then the next class was by, I did write this one down, Emma Petit Art Spain. She taught how to do these quirky dogs where you do a whole background and then you draw just basic shapes. Don't worry about it looking exactly like a dog or anything. And then you only paint certain areas of it and you go around the edge of the drawing with just some white paint, but then knock it back with a sponge or a baby wipe, just so that the dog pops off the background, but you can still see your background work, your stenciling. And then she said, leave part of the neck or part of the dog where it's just the background print. And my dog looks a little goofy, but that's okay. And then the last little one that I did complete, well, it's not really complete because I have to go through and add what I would find in my inspiration cave. But there's a girl, she showed how to do a little book. And my little book is much smaller than hers. And the only parts I did was the gems in the middle of the cave. And then on the back side of it, you write what your cave will be to you. And you put that in the center where you cut it away from the other piece. You can hardly read what mine says because I cut away so much, but it looks kind of cool. And then she said to draw a few pictures of yourself. So I just did some little, I did that one. And I did another one in here somewhere. Oh, there. And then you're supposed to add glitter and little gems and this and that throughout your book to decorate the pages as if the pages were inside your inspiration cave. And I don't have the artist's name handy. And I used some quirky papers, some handmade papers, and layered them. And my cover is a piece of wallpaper, and I added gems and a strip of gold. And I'm going to add some more gold inside on my pages. But we decided to go off, and I used a napkin. So I have that, and there's some vellum. So that is the only classes that I was able to get finished this weekend. I think there was 28 or 29 artist-led classes, and I need to do the gel printing so that I can say that I completed 4 complete classes. And the one I do want to definitely go and look at is the one on mandalas. And I'm going to skim the other ones and try to do several more today while it's raining. And I'll show you all Tiggy Wiggy one more time because he's rotated so he can make himself more visible. That's one of the neighbor's kittens from last year. Hey, Tiggy Wiggy. He's not very friendly. He just likes to glare at me through the window. I don't know. He's very, very, very angry looking. Can you repeat where to find these classes? Let me see if I can find them real quick because they're only free through today. Let me give me just a second and I'll tell you. I'm sure it'll be in my email because they emailed and said welcome. Let's see. Art is Magic. And let me see if I can find the 2023 Free Creative Retreat Weekend. Make, Create, Express, 8th and 9th of July, online free. Art is Magic, all one word, .online. I don't know if I can get that. No, that didn't do it. Let me go back. The retreat ends Monday, the 11th of July at 6 p.m. Sydney time. Oh, I don't have much time then. It may be over. They have a community page. There's their website. But they do offer a year-long thing too. And then I got an email for something else that's free coming up. I think once you do one class with one group, then you get put on the mailing list for all of the retreats and free weekends, free weeks, and stuff. I think the one that I just got is one that Ann Lahr spoke about, where you do fodder. I think that is one that's popped up in my email. Let me look one more time here. That one might be one that you could jump in on. I may have deleted it. I don't know. Maybe it's in the promotions. But because of where I am right now financially, doing the free ones is a lot of fun, and you get a little taste of what their year-long project is, and I like to do that. I'm not seeing it. I must have deleted. Maybe it's in my trash. Hang on. Oh, now my stomach's growling. Sorry. No, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I saw that on Instagram. And I wasn't on my lap. That's what it was. It was on Instagram. And I don't know if I can do a search for it. Let's see. This might be boring, but I like sharing free stuff. We'll do a search for fodder. See if it comes up. There's a free fodder challenge 2023. That's what I got sent to mine. Let me see. Can I share that? I'm going to share a link, and if somebody could let me know if it goes through, that would be great. Hang on just a sec. See if that'll take you to the Fodder School Challenge, or if it's going to take you just to the icon. It's got all kinds of links in it. Yeah, if you scroll down in what it says on the right, it says register now for the free fodder challenge at willowwanders.com. So there's that. I'm going to leave that window open so I can sign up for it. Yes, the link works. Okay. Well, I will try to share any of those like free classes that if I can. I'll save it and put the link in my community tab. That way you guys can jump in and do some of these free classes, because this was fun, and I added jingle bells to mine. This is my inspiration cave. I need to put things in here that I would expect to find inside my inspiration cave. And she did like a list of words, and she did some plants with like jewel flowers, and it was just really interesting. So that was a fun little class. And I love doing the dog and the faces. And I did clear coat the dog too. That's why it's kind of shiny. And now that I see how Dee Dee does it with her finger, it really spreads it nice and smooth, and it's a beautiful finish doing it that way. Makes a bit of a mess with your hands, but hey, if Dee Dee does it, it's okay. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go because I believe Dee Dee will be on in just a few minutes. And then at 9 o'clock, Janet Nash will start. So there's always lots to do here on YouTube. On a rainy day, you can have everybody playing in the background while you do your own thing or whatever. So I will talk to you later. And I'm going to be mailing out things on Wednesday. So if you won something or something like that, I have to wait till this Wednesday to mail them out. So if you're looking for it, wait until the first of next week to see anything. Okay. I just wanted to let you know I'm not delaying it on purpose. I just have to wait till the funds are available to mail the stuff. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.